and welcome back to my channel. As always, my name is Pete, and today we are going to be doing our next little area on Witch Hazel, my lovely little Forestcore vintage island. I am super excited about this build. I know it looks super rainy right now, but that's okay because I'm just going to be terraforming in the rain, and that's completely fine. Everything else will be, you know, back where it's nice and sunny. But other than that, we're gonna go ahead and get right into the terraforming. So for this area, I wanted to do something behind resident services to get it like, you know, just a little, like a natural little area. I wanted to use the pond code. I wanted to use the terraforming to make it feel like a bunch of cliffs. I wanted it to feel nice and enclosed. And I wanted to give it a space where you could like be, it's almost like a secret space. So that's where I have this like little one tile path behind resident services. So it's a little hidden, but not really. Then I'm gonna go ahead and carve out a little valley area, and we'll get started with all the rest of it. I know, very dark and gloomy terraforming at the moment. It's very funny. But what kind of vibes do you guys enjoy a lot on your more natural islands? I personally don't mind the rain. I think it's a lot of fun, especially in like, you know, autumn or like air quotes spooky islands. I think it adds a lot. But the rain is really nice. Now we are going to go ahead and start laying down that pathing for this little pond area. I wanted this area to feel really natural. I know I'll be able to do a lot more with the water code than I am the actual water terraforming. It feels, I mean, obviously it's not just empty, right? I'll be able to put a lot of rocks and bushes and things like that in it to make it feel more full, make it feel more lush. But also the code itself is really gorgeously decorated. It has a lot in it already, but that's kind of the idea for this, is just having a nice little pond area where we can have a nice little seating. Which means we will now go ahead and get started on filling everything else up. So we're gonna have a lot of trees, we're gonna have a lot of bushes, and we're gonna have a lot of flowers. As always, making everything feel nice and lush and full. I'm gonna be using two types of bushes on this island. I like the yellow tea, like the tea olive bushes, because they are not in season right now, so they're going to add just a nice little filler. They're going to add a nice little bit of color, more so than the you know, some of the other types of bushes that are in season right now. I'm also going to be using the hydrangea bushes, and they are in season, so they are not actually hydrangea bushes on this island, they are blueberry bushes. We'll see if I stick with that, because the blue, sometimes it looks it's a little too bright for, I think, this season. But I do like the idea of there being, you know, fresh blackberries or fresh blueberry bushes that my little villagers can, you know, pick on their way and have, you know, a little berry bush session. So we'll see if those stick around, just like kind of the glowing moss balloons. I'm still not sure about those either, but I do enjoy the bushes more than the balloons. Alright, so we'll go ahead, and we are well into pathing at this point. That's okay. I get a little bit distracted sometimes when I'm talking about these things. But we're gonna go ahead and finish up that pathing. I love, on a natural island, I love having them, you know, with these kind of open pathways that Brofina is obviously already enjoying, that these pathways are just very natural feeling. They are, you know, really windy. They are going to be structured in a way that is not, you know, straightforward. I very much enjoy that style of pathing. Very obviously, because I've done 2 natural islands so far. But we'll go ahead and we'll let the rest of this pathing continue on. I'm going to be connecting these pathways. Obviously this island is going to be very windy in terms of design, pathing. Getting around the island is going to be, very windy, so I'm going to be connecting a lot of paths through here, and this little valley walk is going to have multiple different entrances and exits all around the way. So we're going to go ahead and make sure all of those pathways connect. Alright, that means it is now time for all of the flowers. I have a lot of different kinds and a lot of different colors, and we are going to put them absolutely everywhere. I love a nice full background, you know me. So all of these flowers, they really give me, wildflowers in the woods vibes, and I very much enjoy it. Alright, so as you can tell, there are already weeds and glowing moss and drop items, and I have a very full inventory. That is because my my laptop is quite cantankerous, and it ate quite a chunk of footage from both this video and the next one. So I re-recorded putting all of the furniture and things down for this current build, which is why I have kind of a laundry list of items here, and we're just going to quickly, replace them, make sure everything is in the right area, and this is going to be a little bit of a different way to record this. So that's what's going on right here, and then the next video will be a little bit affected as well, but not nearly as much on this one. So yeah, this will be a very quick part of the speed build because it'll be just me placing all of those things back down. But as you can tell, I'm going to be using kind of the same amount of items, kind of the same type of items. I'm once again going to be using a lot of mush items. I love the mush items. I use them on every possible island that I can get away with it. And a woodland, Forestcore, vintage, whatever island is a very good use for them. And as you can see, a little bit of a sneak peek for that next, our next build. But don't worry, you'll see it in full next week. We're gonna go ahead and put all of our little touches back on here. I've got a lot of these tiny little glowing moss balloons. I've got the vines. I've got all of that extra good stuff that also I think works really well in a forest, because it's got, you know, a lot of that really excellent foliage feeling to it. The glowing moss items really do. And then I'm gonna be setting down a nice little, I don't know, picnic spot. It's not really a picnic spot. This is just a little seating area. The picnic spot is going to be in just a few moments, but I've got a nice little sitting area for my villagers to relax and enjoy the pond back there. I didn't record the pond! Ah! That's okay. That's okay. The pond back there is all the way decorated. It has, you know, the typical assortment of grass standees, weeds, the ducks. I think there are a, you know, driftwood style, what are they? The fallen wooden log benches or whatever, wild log benches, I think. All of that's back there in the pond to make it feel, you know, quite natural. And then we're going to be putting all of this back right around here. So we're just making everything feel nice and full with all of these little items. This woodland, what is this going to be called? Woodland walkway, village walkway, woodland. I think the woodland walk works. I think that works. But yeah, this is just a natural little area that is full with tiny little spaces, tiny little like decor items that just make it feel lived in. You know, someone walked through here, someone left their books here, someone takes a little nap on this hay bed here, that sort of thing. Yeah. Anyway, this is going to be a nice little picnic area. I don't know how many picnic areas I'm going to be doing on this island, mostly because as much as I enjoy them, they do get very repetitious very quickly. So we'll probably only have a couple of like big picnic areas like this, and I'll figure out some other way to fill in some of those smaller spaces. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the rest of filling this out. Okie dokie, that is this little woodland walkway. That phrase is growing on me. This is our little woodland walkway with a nice little pond, a nice little cliff hop, and seating area, several little natural seating areas, and a picnic spot for our villagers on Witch Hazel. Even though a lot of it got ate, I am very, very happy with how this turned out. I genuinely love that little pond. I like sitting in that little seat with the like right in front of it with the patchwork chair and the bottles. I really love it, and I hope this was an enjoyable time for you guys. I hope you guys got some inspiration, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.